Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Thought I'd take a few minutes here to tell you how my situation is going and sort of tell you the good and the bad things that have worked in my overall preps while I'm going through my personal SHTF right here. Um, I was doing a little better in December, and I relapsed right before Christmas, and I got pretty bad again. I spent a couple of days going back to the doctors, and now I am on a IV antibiotic daily. You can see my port there in my arm, a little bit of blood backing up into it. But I have to go over to our local healthcare facility, and I have to get a bag of antibiotics every day for the next 9 days, and then after that, surgery. And after that, um, the recovery time can be quite long. So I'm not sure how many videos I'm going to be able to make while I'm going through that recovery process. If I can, I certainly will. But this has been a real touch and go thing for me. So the personal SHTF, and in my case, it's a health SHTF, is probably one of the most common things that preppers and pretty much everybody can go through. Feeling fine one day, everything's going fine, something happens, poof, you're in bad shape, and your literal whole world has turned upside down. I don't know if you can see here in my baggy sweatshirt, but I'm sure you can see it in my face. So far, I've lost 35 pounds because more or less I've been on a liquid diet ever since, well, before Thanksgiving. So it is the end of December now. So I've been on very limited food for 6 weeks. And, well, it does suck. Going without food hasn't been the worst part of it. The symptoms I've had are have been worse than just going without food. When you're sick like this, your body just kind of turns off your appetite. At least it has for mine. That's what the doctors told me. When your body isn't hungry, that means it's doing something else, and that's kind of how I've been. I've just been trying to stay hydrated as best I can. The first couple of weeks, staying hydrated meant IV bags, but I've been able to at least keep liquid down. But sort of the good and the bad things, as far as my situation, I pretty much went over some of the bad things there, the health aspect. But what about the rest of my life? The life, that I live here with my family and neighbors and stuff. Um, there's a lot of positives to this situation I'm in right now because of our preps, because of the things that we prepped ahead of time. And the main thing is, at least in my opinion, um, most of our stuff is paid for. Our house is paid for. Our vehicles are paid for. Now we have a little money on credit cards, but then again, most Americans do in one variety or another. That has yet to be determined. I have health insurance. I don't have very good health insurance, but I do have health insurance, which is better than nothing. Well, of course, it's the end of the year, so the deductible is going to flip over, and I'm going to be responsible for that deductible again. But I have a secondary insurance, kind of like an AFLAC, that hopefully will pick up some of those other bills that are still coming. And I can't do anything with those until those bills actually come. But I have those insurances. We have stuff paid for. The other thing is the whole family's working except for me. All my adult children are working, and my wife is working. So we're only down basically one income, and because everything's paid for, that's a bonus and that's a plus. So and I've talked to my neighbors, so I've gotten assurances from them that if something happens that I need little things done or whatever, or if I need a ride here or there, they will provide that to me. And the reason that is because I've always done it for them. So I said way back when, there's a good chance if something goes wrong, your neighbors are more likely than not going to be your community. And in my situation, that seems to be holding true. Now, of course, because I'm not working, I'm not putting gas in a vehicle, I'm not having wear and tear. There's when you don't work and you pretty much are homebound, you're not really spending money. So that is the amount of money that I spend has dropped off sharply because I'm not working and going around and doing stuff. So that is also a positive. The negatives, probably the biggest negative is I don't know when I can work again. And that's going to be completely on whatever kind of surgery they do to me, what the after effects of that surgery is going to be. Don't know. There's a lot of, I was an interesting and complicated case, as the doctors put it, or the surgeons put it actually, because I found out in that particular hospital, the surgeons run the show, not the doctors. The doctors are like second, they're down a notch. The surgeons run shit. So, but that's basically what my situation is, So if I had to tell somebody that, get as much stuff paid for as you can, especially your essential stuff, your have have a vehicle paid for, have your home paid for. That way, you're only responsible for the utilities and the taxes and putting gas in it and put insurance in it instead of having that payment on top of it yet. Because if I had to be making a $600, $700 payment now on vehicles and stuff, I wouldn't have enough cash on hand to keep that going forever. And if this goes into a prolonged situation, good chance you'd lose that stuff. So that has been probably the main thing. And I have a little backup insurance that has helped so far, and hopefully it will continue to help. We'll see when those bills come in what that secondary kind of AFLAC type insurance pays for. But I wanted to do a couple of videos here on sort of what I'm going through and sort of the situation. This is going to be the first one right here. I'm going to do a couple of more on these various topics. But anyway, it's Modern Refugee. Appreciate all you guys out there. Hope you guys are getting something out of my videos. These especially here, this is sort of what's happened to me as it's happening. And once I have that surgery, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get videos out for a while. But as soon as I am going to be able to do videos again, I will put videos out. So we're going to try to get these in ahead of time here and give you guys some information from what I'm going through so you can learn from me. Anyway, you guys have a good one.